Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I thought I might come on this morning and show you my makeup from start to finish because I think we can all agree I look a little bit tired. Work and life has just been really busy at the moment, and I am definitely showing it on my skin. My eyes, as you know, are always red anyway, but they're especially red at the moment because I'm tired and my skin is just a little bit lackluster because of being run down. So I'm gonna just freshen myself up. I have a busy day ahead and I want to make myself feel better. So I am going in with my Fresh Skin foundation and I'm wearing the shade 2.5. I have our Ayu Glow light medium tan on as well. So I'm using my 2.5, just tapping it around the face, and then I'm gonna blend it in. So as we always do, best way to apply your foundation is this tapping motion. So when you use the tapping motion, what you'll find is you will get a really gorgeous coverage with a minimal amount of base. And once you tap it in, it becomes like your own skin. So it will stay in place all day long. You will not have to touch it at all. Plus you're not pulling and dragging at your skin as well by doing this. So I'm gonna really nicely blend that in. Okay, now that that is tapped in, my eyes literally look 10 times worse because I've evened out the redness everywhere else and now they are just shining bright. So let's go and fix that up. So I have my medium 3 concealer. I'm going into the corner here first and then out to the outer edge. I'm going to take a little bit more there and take it down a bit, and then onto my lid as well. So the reason I don't go all the way across is because you don't need that much product. And then I'm going to get my concealer brush and just tap it in. So I always start down low and then tap it up to underneath the lash line. By doing this, you're bringing the coverage upwards without having actual product right underneath that lash line. So you still get all the coverage, but you just don't get any risk of caking or creasing around that area where you might have fine lines or wrinkles. So again, I always tap it in. Really important during the eyes because you want to make sure that you're not pulling and dragging at that skin. And then the other really good tip for tapping it in like this is just to keep the coverage. So if you use your fingers to blend in your concealer, often you can just move all the coverage away, which is not what we want. We want to make sure all the coverage stays there. So using a synthetic brush like the concealer brush here will make sure that anything you put in your skin is going on your skin. Like, look at that difference. It's crazy. I'm going to put a tiny bit more here. You can see I'm a little bit red in my waterline as well. So I have a brightening pencil I can use in there. But that is some difference. I swear to God, I have been using my concealer years, but I still it never ceases to amaze me the difference that it makes. So we'll go to the other one now. Now that that is nicely tapped in, I'm going to let that set and settle, and I'm going to go in with my little brightening pencil. This one is from our Christmas eye set. So it's not available on its own yet, but in that set you get a liquid liner and a mascara as well. But I love a nude liner just to really brighten up the eyes, which is definitely something that I need at the moment. So I'm going to go in and do the brows next, and I'm going to use my Easy Brow pencil in the shade Blonde. So that is what I'm using every day. I'm just mad about this pencil because it's got such a skinny little nib that you can really get nice hair strokes with it. And then the only thing I'd say is just to be light at it, because obviously because the nib is so thin, it's fragile. But it's worth it. It's worth getting to know how to use this pencil if you just want that really nice natural finish on the brows. You know, and you don't want to risk any heaviness. So just filling in the gaps. Look at the difference the brow makes. Just lifts up the whole area. So just even myself up. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream blush. So I'm going to use my cream bronzer first, just to give myself a little bit of colour around the cheeks. A little bit of warmth before I go in with my blush. So I just use it on the sides of my forehead, remembering the temple, and then down onto the cheeks. Drag a tiny bit on either side of the nose. I just do that because I don't want my nose being the focal point of my face, so by bringing it on either side to just even everything out. And then I'm going to go in with my iconic blush, which you can see is well used. So starting on the apple of my cheek and working my way out to the top of the ear. So the pigments are really good in the cream blushes, so a little goes a long way. And if you put on too much, don't panic. Just use your buffer brush to tap it back out. You can take the colour down very, very easily. Okay. And then last piece of the skin puzzle is my Radiant Skin Cream. Cannot be without that. So onto the tops of my cheeks, a little down the nose, sides of the forehead. Now for my eyes, I'm trying to think what'll I do today. I think I might use my Power Palette. I haven't used this in a little while. It's one of our new ones. I absolutely love it. And I suppose I've been to hand, my signature or my Glamour Eyes have been right in front of me the whole time of late, so I haven't thought to use it. So I'm just going to grab my blender brush, if I can find it in the mess that is my dressing table. Here it is. I'm going to go in with the second colour first. So taking that on the blender brush, and I'm going to take that all over my lid. So when I'm using the blender brush, as I said before, your blender, anything that's fluffy like this is going to give a lighter payoff. So if I wanted to go darker with this for the base, I could have used my Pro Blender and it would have been just slightly darker. But like that, I just want to have a nice little base down that then I can deepen down the edges. I just love that colour. It's so fab. It comes out like a nice burgundy, but not like with a real red undertone, because I find sometimes burgundy shades can almost make you look tired because they, especially if you have blue eyes like me, because they can make your eyes look a little sore. And obviously I've just got in with my concealer to get rid of any redness. But I'm going to take a little bit of that same colour on my pencil brush and just bring it underneath my lower lash line, just before I go in any dark shades. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with, where am I going? That darkest shade on my little pencil brush. I'm going to take that into the corners. So remember, your pencil brush is nice and small and dense, so the payoff is going to be higher. So you don't need too much. But what's great about the pencil brush is that you get really specific lay down a product. So if you're a little bit nervous of using darker colours, this just takes away any risk of laying it down anywhere you don't want it. So I'll blend that in a minute now. I'm going to go a tiny bit underneath the lower lash line with that as well. Okay. And then back in with my blender brush, and I'm going to go in with the lightest colour, just a little bit on that, and I'm going to use that to blend out my darker shade. So I went into the crease with that first, just to lay down the little bit of product before I went blending out my crease. But see how it makes it nice and soft, but I still have that definition in the edge then. So again, into the crease. Okay. Next, I am going to go in with my little smudger brush and that deepest colour again. Take a little bit up in it, and I'm going to use that then just to give myself a little bit of extra definition on the lash line. So really just from 3/4 of the way out, where your pupil is outwards, and then I'm going to use it to lift slightly at the edge, just to give me that little bit of a lift. See how subtle it is, but it just makes that bit of a difference. Of course, you could use eyeliner there either if you want. This is mainly what I do in the mornings, because I obviously don't have a huge amount of time, and I want to make it look nice but not overdone. So bringing it up on the edge there. Okay. I'm actually going to go in, sorry now, with my liner brush, just on that darkest colour again, and bring it a little bit in here, just to give me that line all the way in. Cool. And then I'm going to go in with my Total Lash Mascara. These are offline at the moment, but I'm sure we still have some, so I'm hoping in the next 24 hours we'll have them back on the site. We just need to locate them. They've been misplaced somewhere in the warehouse, so hopefully it won't be long before they're back up. So I'm going to give myself 2 nice coats. Okay, so I ended up only just doing 1 quick coat of mascara because I didn't really feel like I needed any more than that. And now I'm going to finish with my lips. So I'm using my natural lip liner, and I'm just going to go around the edges. Give myself a bit of shape. I can't be without lip liner because I have tiny little lips. And if I don't put it on, they just don't, they kind of look like, I think they look like they're too small for my face then. So my little bit of natural on, and I'm wondering, do I have my beloved Bear there? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to just go in straight away with some gloss. So it's my Chloe gloss. So just pencil and gloss today then. And that is my makeup done. So massive transformation in just over 10 minutes. So very easily done in the morning. It's not difficult. It's just those few little key pieces. I think evening out the skin tone and giving a bit of definition to the eyes can just really make you feel so much better. Like I totally feel ready now to get my day going and get back to the office. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and I will talk to you soon.